Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations.
Namaste, my explorers. It's me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Here tonight on a gorgeous Friday evening, we are going to explore something that is all too critical to the burgeoning nature of our program. I know we're transforming lives head to toe, but trust me when I say that we are in our infancy. How do we get to the toddler status and beyond? That and much more tonight on Explorations. Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing out there on Twitch.tv and YouTube.com? My name is Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. The program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the true power that courses through our veins. Even the power that we can feel and also not feel, coursing through our veins right in this very moment as I look into your eyes and you look into mine. With this program, we explore the universe as it is, both internally and externally, objective and subjective. And while doing this through the various topics that we have here on Explorations, we interrogate the seemingly, that murky gray zone right in between. Where does objective and subjective meet? Right? Where does this gray area, where is this nether region, and what is there to be discovered there in the wait? And one thing that I've said right from the very beginning is that this gray zone, this confluence of objectivity and subjectivity is exactly where the power that each of us has in our veins, the power of the next level lies waiting. The border between objective, subjective, the border between science and spirituality, the border between here and there, self and other, and I have the keys, I have the tools, as so many of you have explored already tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. It's so wonderful to have you. How are we? How are we doing? Before we get into anything else, before we get into a single bit of the program, a single square inch of the theme, I want to know how we are doing in chat. Tell me. Onion Plug, great to see you. It's wonderful to see you, Onion Plug. Namaste to you. It's great to see you. Truly, thank you. Thank you for being with me tonight. Hold it, namaste to you. I'm in a jizz coma, says Onion Plug. I would imagine from as we talk about, not to be so crass, right so soon, but I would imagine because as we discussed, getting those masturbation numbers up, the self-love, and I don't, masturbation is so crass, and I think that's important for new people to realize. When we use words like masturbation, what we actually mean is something very different than a colloquial mind is able to understand, to really wrap its head around. We don't necessarily, Onion Plug, we don't mean masturbation as this sort of this loser activity. No, we mean it as communing with the universe through the self, through the power of the self, as explored through explorations, is what I have to say. Namaste to you. The jorking has been nonstop beautiful. Everyone is working together. This is wonderful. We are honored by your presence, says Huck. Good to see you, Huck. Huck 5, it's really wonderful to see you. Thank you for being with me, especially this early. Thanks for streaming tonight, Dr. Tanner Grandpa Licker. My pleasure. It's absolutely my pleasure. Unfortunately, we had to postpone last night. I was just feeling a little ill. Feeling a little ill last night. Namaste. So, guys, it's wonderful to be with you. Like I said, a lot of people aren't saying how they are, and I would imagine that's coming from a protective place, right? Because the world outside of explorations, as we all know, is an unjust world, is an uncaring world, it is an unfair world. And that is not to say that it is better here, but here we acknowledge that. We acknowledge it in its depth. We do not run from this. We do not hide from this, ladies and gentlemen. Not only do we confront it, we squeeze it. We squeeze it for all the milk. We milk the unfairness. We milk the unjust. We milk the brutality. Did you know that brutality had breasts to milk in the first place? I'll bet you didn't. I'll bet you didn't. Well, here at Explorations, allow me to tell you that brutality's got fat tits, and they're full of milk. And we milk them here at Explorations. We milk them raw and dry to the point that they're shriveled. And of course they resaturate themselves. It's the universe and its unjustness. And of course that milk will come back, and we will return with even stronger hands and stronger vices by which to suck and suckle and milk. Namaste. Namaste to you. Fucking milky liquors. Namaste, yes. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wonderful to be with you guys, though. It is. It is really gorgeous to be with you. No, we had a, guys, you'll notice that one thing, Poor brought this up, and I've seen a couple other people bring it up in streams recent. What happened is we are on the verge of settling a deal here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. We are on the verge of getting started on a little bit of a sponsorship over here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. And listen, I know what many of you are saying. Leslie is selling out. Explorations is selling out. Ladies and gentlemen, two things. Firstly and foremostly, if I'm running a sponsorship for Toyotathon, for Fiesta Days, for something like that, whatever that stuff is, whatever that bullshit is, if I'm running an ad and you can't even hear me, all you can see is an ad for Toyotathon, it is a gift. It is a gift to you to allow you to support the stream. You should be happy to see ads. You should be happy to see ads. I should be running more ads. I should be running, my eyes should be ads. My mouth should be ads. I should have face tracking technology. It should be a hole through which advertisements can come because, ladies and gentlemen, that means that we are going to support, build the compound, support, spread the light. Namaste. So anyway, blessings and namaste to you. So yes, that's the situation. We're getting a sponsorship. We are in the nascent moments of that. But also, on top of that, I'm going to be vetting. And I like to think of this more of as a partnership. So I'm working one-on-one with some of the biggest companies in America to see what do we have in common. What does the program of explorations, where does the program end and the company begin? Because certainly that the tools and the framework that we use to unlock the power within each of us in chat, certainly there's some Fortune 500 companies out there willing and excited to partner up with that. It's a no-brainer to me. So listen, we had something set up. We had to put a kibosh on it. I checked the dashboard. I checked with my rep, and there was a weird little hiccup with them. So we put a kibosh on it. I had written a whole thing. Oh, I would love Manscaped. I'd love to work with Manscaped. I'd absolutely love to work with Manscaped. Does anybody know a Manscaped rep? I'd love to work with Manscaped. Wolfie Brand, namaste to you. Coming in hot with a manifest from YouTube.com. Wolfie Brand, great to see you. Wonderful to see you. Namaste to you. So as I was saying, guys, we are going to be doing a little bit, we're getting into a little sponsorship stuff. We're going to be running a couple, and these ads, listen, the products that are going to be coming through these ads are, listen, I would not lead you astray. Every single, I put my heart and soul into my, into my reputation, all right? I wouldn't just bring you a product, willy-nilly. Psyduck with a gun, thank you so much for that. I can't wait to... Psyduck kicking off. Oh, here we got Explorations. What can I say? The most powerful personal power program that exists. Work the program is to let it work you, and so forth. Sponsored by Dell. I would love to work with Dell. I'd love it. What a great product. What a great product. This whole thing runs on an Alienware PC. You know that? And a Dell laptop. Framway Yard, I'm sharing the light of the program at the dive bar tonight. It is very important that you take my call later tonight. No, worry not, Framway Yard. You're gonna be chiming right in tonight. And as soon as I see that name, bail caller, answer Fram. Let's go. Namaste. Ooh, girl, it's a dominant 9. Namaste, flat the 7 and call me Cindy. We just got somebody playing jazz with the language over here. Namaste, you're on the phone. Thanks for being with us. And I love your energy. I love your enthusiasm tonight. Keep that up. Keep that up. Do not stop. Put your foot on the gas. You're on the phone. Let's see what happens tonight. Your energy is already over. It is so abundant. I call it abundant. An abundance of energy. Namaste. Where are those minor 7 flat 5s, guru? I thought this was jest. That's pretty much what I was doing. Am I the only sicko who whistles this tune at work? Namaste to you, Pierogi. Hey, did you get your stuff yet, Pierogi? You might have said it in chat in the past couple days, but I'm not quite sure. Did you get your stuff yet, Pierogi? Namaste. Beautiful night already. A little bit of jazz here, a little bit of jazz there. You know, a lot of people, when they think of jazz, they think of, they think of the notes. They think of the tom-toms. They think of the crash cymbal. Namaste. Beautiful, beautiful stuff already tonight. Give yourselves a namaste in chat. Beautiful stuff from chat. Love that electricity. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting to how to share the light of the program tonight. How to share the light of the program. How to share the light of the program. Ladies and gentlemen, it is no secret to the world, and increasingly so. It is no secret to the world that this is the most effective personal power program in the country, bar none. Bar none. There is simply no other program on the market that can do what we do here at Explorations. Now, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I meditate on various things going through my mind, right? And I just follow the thread, or I reject the thread, or I welcome the thread, or I follow the thread, or I let the thread unravel itself, etc., etc. And ladies and gentlemen, one of these threads that I came up against, I started whittling in between my fingers this afternoon. I realized what was going on. There was something familiar, but something that I haven't meditated on before. Because ladies and gentlemen, it's so exciting to be here at Explorations. It's so exciting to be here working with you in this intimate setting like we are right now. It's so exciting. But allow me to tell you this. Working on Explorations isn't just exciting for me, okay? It's not just exciting all the time for Leslie Tanner. Because sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, when my mind wanders, I think of the outside world, outside of our community, outside of this chat, outside of twitch.tv. And I think, see, here I go. Here, give me a second. I think about the sea of people that this program won't touch. I think about the... Excuse me. Thank you so much, Tropes. Thank you, Tropes, for that, for the sub, for the 8-month sub. Namaste to Tropes. Blessings. I think about the throngs, the masses, the sea of people that through the natural injustice of our universe, quote,
progress where? Conserve what? In what direction and to what extent? Once again, far better to have a severe intellectual disability and a loaded gun than carry these fairy tales around.
That speaks for itself. Ladies and gentlemen, I think about these people that will not reach the program. The program will not get to. There's not enough time. There's not enough resources.
If you think jacking off feels good, imagine dying.
Once again, that speaks for itself. And I weep. I think about the people that will never be initiated into our little community. They'll never be be met with the transformative tools of this program. It's just a lot. It makes me extremely sad. All of that potential gone, wasted, squandered. That's why on nights like tonight, when we pick up the mantle of discussion and exploration of how to share the light of the program, ladies and gentlemen, I am firing on all cylinders. Every single square inch of effort, muscle, and spiritual energy that I have inside of this body of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, know that I take tonight's theme extremely seriously. Very serious. Fran Weird, can I be frank, Guru? I hate those people. That's fine. Don't let anyone take that hate from you. We're not an anti-hate stream. And I know we like to joke around. I know we like it's difficult to know when we're joking around sometimes here on Explorations, because we've got that very, that signature style of kind of mixing serious stuff with jokes. And let me just say that when I say that this is not an anti-hate stream, know that I am not joking. That's not a joke. Okay? Now, does that mean we are a pro-hate stream? I wouldn't say that. That's not accurate. Is that any of your experience? Is your experience with this stream a pro-hate stream? That the stream in its totality is pro-hate? Would you say that? I wouldn't. I don't think that's fair. But to see the power of nature, and part of that nature being hate. Who are we to say no to it? From a standpoint as a mental health professional, which I am a legally licensed therapist. This is also not a joke. I am a legally licensed therapist. And as a legally licensed therapist, I am trained in exactly this, how to deal with hate. And any therapist worth their salt, worth their weight in dog doo-doo, will tell you if hate comes up in the session, they don't give them a little lib pamphlet and tell them, did you know that's bad? Did you know that's bad? We don't do that here. No, you don't do that, you moron. This is a piss stream, says Mother Nipplebottom. Interesting. I mean, I'd be open to that. Maybe on Kick. Maybe if we do a Kick, I'll show Hog and I'll just pee. I'll print out pictures of each of your usernames, your profile pics, and I will just pee out of I got a long hog. I mean, it's girthy enough to do it, but when you see it on kick.com when I'm doing the piss stream, it is going to blow your mind. It is a long hog. A long hog. Hold the hog. You mean like at a restaurant? Like, hold the mayonnaise, hold the hog, or do you mean like hold it? Because I could do either one. Both are within my power as a man, but also as a man is my power to disregard that your preferences. No, I'm gonna say no. This is not pickle juice. This is is Cherish here? I'm sipping on a Celsius powder drink. Listen, I'll fuck anything, and Lord knows I have, but I am in a season of self-love, as we call it, alpha sensuality. I do not have intercourse. I haven't had intercourse in years, and I'm not gonna anytime soon. Just know that. Psyduck with a beautiful communal vision, I'm sure. Thank you so much, Psyduck. Thank you so much, Psyduck. I print out 50 to 100 stickers a month with a picture of Bud Dwyer's face covered with a QR code to this Twitch stream. I'm driving engagement. Beautiful. Thank you so much. One of my soldiers. You know, speaking of the theme, let's get back on topic. How to share the light of the program. Now, you guys saw me go off. I take tonight very seriously. Of course, we're going to have some fun like we always do, but we are going to seriously we're going to be exploring how to most effectively share the light of the program. What strategies have you employed in your personal life, your professional life? How have you attempted to deliver the program to others? How have you tried, but maybe it didn't go so hot? Maybe they were like, this guy is being intense, or this chick's being fucking weird. We got to back off I got to back off this person. But sometimes it does work. I want to hear everything. When I open up the line in just a moment, I want to hear everything from you guys, okay? The good, the bad, the failures, the successes, and everything in between tonight on Explorations. Now, before we got 2 orders of business, as you know, P.O. Box. Guys, I love getting stuff from you. Send me something. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois, 60647. I love getting postcards, letters, packages, any gosh dang thing you want to send my way. Send it through. I love that physical contact. I love breaking that fourth wall with you all. Namaste to you. And also the P.O. Box is below in the About section. In addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for the exclusive materials of the program, I just dropped a link in the chat that's going to change your life. That link takes you to the community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. More details about that coming up, but if you're looking for the videos, the podcasts, the music downloads, the postcards, the et cetera, the secret Discord channel, ladies and gentlemen, what you're looking for is the community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. All right, so just know that it's there waiting for you just for a couple dollars a month. You can take advantage of this truly life transformative offer. Namaste to you. Now, enough of the hullabaloo. Let's get down to business. I am going to open up the line in just a moment. Let's see here. There we go. All right, there we go. The line is open. 773-974-9585. 773-974-9585. Give me a call. Tonight we are exploring how to share the light of the program. And listen, if you're worried about being interesting or funny, do not worry about it. I am in such desperate need of all the attempts that you've made and how we can refine them, perfect them, move them, and make them more effective. Namaste. Communal vision real quick from Mother Nipplebottom. While is not a hate stream, it isn't necessarily a love stream. Exactly, Mother Nipplebottom. Exactly. This is not a love stream. This is far from if you're looking for a loving and supportive place where people like each other and get along and support, if you basically what you're looking for, you're not looking for an effective personal power program. You're looking for a daycare for adults. And if you're looking for a daycare for adults, ladies and gentlemen, there are innumerable streams to just go wander into right now. If you're looking for a daycare, close this goddamn tab right now. Close this tab and move on. Go to another stream. I don't want you here if you're looking for a daycare. Because honestly, if you're genuinely in your heart of hearts, you're not open to the most effective personal power program, you're looking for love, you're looking for support, you're looking for without even getting into the weeds of it, you're looking for a perversion of all that I said, a perversion of love, a perversion of support, because never will you be loved like you are here by me. Never will you find more support than you can find here at the most effective personal power program in the country. Not only do I hear you, not only do I see you, I see what you are destined to become. I see the power coursing through your veins. It is not a pleasant process, ladies and gentlemen. This process of exploration is not pleasant. But ladies and gentlemen, what it is effective. So once again, if you're looking to have your dupes wiped, if you're looking to have your pee drained of urine, and you're looking to have somebody put on a maybe an Aladdin 2 tape, then go ahead, get out of here. Close the damn tab and let the adults transform their lives. Along the way, yeah, are we going to discover some hate? Of course. What human being does not have hate in their heart at one point or another? even these, even this castrated statement, the only thing I hate is hate. You ever hear somebody say that, an enlightened person say, the only thing I'm intolerant of is intolerance. You gotta love the self-sucking nature of liberalism. You simply cannot. Once you see it, you can't look away. The self-sucking of liberalism in general. The only thing I hate is hate. Well, then we're off to at least a start. Let's get started. Let's keep going. What else do you hate? How much do you hate hate? Talk to me. How deep does that fire go? How far are you willing to take it? Let's draw pictures. Let's paint paintings. Let's sing songs of your hate. Namaste. Let's go ahead and answer the first caller that we have on the line, though.
Hello?
1 second. I got to change the audio, but it's great to hear you. Great to hear you. Oh, it's so good to hear from you. First time caller. Not a first time, but you're the first caller of the night and a regular first caller of the night. One moment. Okay, you still there?
Yeah.
There she is. Namaste, caller. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. I have a feeling that we all know who this is, but go ahead and introduce yourself to chat.
My name is Michaela.
Michaela, namaste. How are you tonight, hon?
I'm doing great. I just got done with a shower and a 12-hour shift.
Ooh, 12-hour shift at work. Brutal. How was that?
Yeah. Not so bad. I've had the same guy for a few days, and he really likes me. So hopefully I get to keep taking care of him.
Right on. Just a one-on-one situation, huh, Michaela?
Yeah, well, I'm doing the thing where I watch him, and I got to make sure he doesn't, try to get out of bed.
Right. How old is he?
He's in his 50s or 60s or something.
Okay. Is he real sick or just kind of mentally kind of just touched or something?
He had a stroke.
Oh, yeah. So a little bit of both. Okay. Yeah. So, Michaela, it sounds like you're tired. It gives us some insight into your headspace right now. But, Michaela, I'm going to take you right to task. Tonight, we're discussing how to share the light of the program. Now, Michaela, I've heard a little bit about some exploits along these lines, but talk to me. I want to hear straight from the horse's mouth. How have you tried to share the light of the program with those in your life, your friends, your family, your coworkers, etc.?
Well, I have tried to get my friends to call in, and they haven't. I tried to get my cousin to call in that one time when you were just doing one call at a time and you just kind of had to see if you could jump in. But I think he got terminated right away. So nothing yet.
But you're casting the line. You're casting the line is what I hear.
I am, but I'm a little worried that they're gonna see me differently.
Why? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of?
I am afraid that they will. I'm afraid that you're gonna say something insane, and then they'll think that I agree with it.
Insane? Like what?
Does anyone have any? Can someone trigger a quote? Could someone trigger a quote real quick, and so we could just get an example?
Insane. You mean, Michaela? Now, are you saying that you think they're insane? Here, we got a quote.
I wish I could fondle the fresh produce all day without violating some implied silent rule. I know several other men who agree with me.
So you're telling me you don't know anyone who would agree with that stuff about fondling fresh produce?
They might, but that's also one of your less insane quotes. That's easily one of the most socially acceptable ones. But you've...
Here comes another one.
The feeling that we are part of something, going somewhere. There is no better drug on earth. Definitely better than whatever my friends and patients are ODing on.
Okay, did you hear that one?
I did hear that one. Yeah.
Is that one of the insane ones,
There's
Michaela?
something very gay
Well, like,
about
one
the
of ones
internet,
where,
isn't
like,
there?
If they didn't have the context of knowing the show,
The post
they
office should have a hangout area. I would
The
kill
post
political
office
officials
one?
to achieve this end.
hang on, I'm still catching up. I just saw the gay one. See, I find that very funny, but like, I don't know. It's like, I feel like it's almost like a coming out experience to show people
No, it's even worse than that. It's even worse than that because people understand gay, but they're more afraid of their own power inside of them and your power. They want you neutered. They want you a baby. They want you putting on diapers. If you were a lesbian, holy moly, then they've got, oh my God, I know a lesbian. Terrific. I love lesbians.
No amount of insight or expertise can prepare you for the depth of failure that accompanies looking really scared and shitting your pants before you pass away.
These are grounded. These are grounded in reality. Real quick, quick affirmation for women. Listen, if you're a lesbian, that is just so awesome.
I thought you were gonna say that was so gay.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's no, that wasn't. That's not that. No, there's a reason I do these and you don't. Now, real quick, the Gelgoog guy. I share the program when I ban people who are mean to Nicole. I wish I could send them here. They could use the love of Leslie. Namaste. Yeah, send them right. Literally, give them a link to this stream and ban them. Give them a link to this stream. Give them theprogramworks.com. And then send them on their way. Theprogramworks.com, send them on their way. Now, okay, Michaela, listen. Now, I'm glad that you said this because this is, as much as it frustrates me, I do understand where you're coming from, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's elements of this program that, I mean, it's revolutionary for a reason, right?
Right. Nothing else like it.
And along those lines, there are certain facets of the program that seem maybe a little unorthodox to a mind that has just never seen anything like it.
Right.
Now, allow me to sort of interpret. I'm going to put my little therapist hat on right now, okay? Is that all right with you?
Were you not wearing it before?
Well, now I'm going to be wearing two. Okay, Michaela. So what I'm trying to get at is underneath that, you know, that seeing these parts of the program that are kind of accosting, annihilating, and affronting, and ultimately though, what they are in that moment, they're defended, right? They say, no, get away from me. Ew, this is weird. You're weird. No. Ultimately, what they are afraid of, what they are defended against, is literally and simply their own power and potential, waiting, yearning to be set free. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're saying like they're scared of how also weird and off-putting they could become if they join the program.
No, I mean, yes, if your priority, let me ask you this. This will be the final question for you because I think I found a little knot for us to work through with you, okay? Michaela, you sound like you, and I could have said this at the top of this call, just kind of raw dogged it, but you sound conflicted. You sound, you come here to hoping to unlock your true potential and power, but then you say things like this. You say things like, I'm afraid of the way people will see me. I'm afraid of people, being accosted by their own potential. I am afraid. You are afraid of your own power, Michaela.
Well, I was like that before this, too.
Exactly. And now we're bringing that right up to the surface, right? We're bringing that right up to the surface. We found another instance in which you are terrified of yourself, terrified of your penis.
Why do you always go back to that?
Because penises are so powerful.
our vagina's not, because that's kind of...
Well, in a different way, but listen, we can get into the TED Talk of penis versus vagina. I love doing it. But for our purposes right now, Michaela, listen, you were terrified of your own penis.
Okay.
And you will be hampered in your efforts to share the light of the program until you really step up and own that.
I have a question.
Yes?
Is my penis circumcised or not?
Now we're cooking with gas. Now we turn down the burner. Now we're ready to put that damn pot on, as they say. Michaela, I don't know. You tell me. Is it circumcised?
I think it is, for hygiene reasons.
Circumcised because you don't want to clean it.
It's just easier.
So you got to circumcise. Oh, there we go. Listen, the more questions that you can ask and then answer about your penis in the next 24 hours, it will really get you a head start. It'll really get. This is a ripe time. You need to strike while the iron's hot. Mother Nipplebottom, I really explorer just does it regardless of any consequences. I think what Mother Nipplebottom is saying, a real explorer just does it regardless of any consequences.
Leslie, I think I know something about my penis.
Talk to me.
It's longer and wider than yours.
There we go. There's that spirit. I don't believe that you actually think that you can't even.
I do.
You're worried about the word gay showing up on the screen when you show your friends a fun show that you show them on your phone. You get two beers in, you get two domestics in, you try to show them one of these streams, and you're terrified. Yeah, right. Your dick is bigger than mine. All right, Michaela. Thanks for joining us. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. All right, let's bring in our next caller. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Guru, it's Onion Plug.
Onion Plug, great to hear from you, brother. How are you tonight?
I'm doing okay. Not great, not awful. Figured I'd call in.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I couldn't really think of anything of value to say, so I'm kind of just...
That's a perfect place to start. Honestly, listen, the confidence that it takes to feel that you have something of value to say oftentimes is a stumbling block to the truth as it emerges from the universe.
I'm embracing it.
Exactly. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, take a note from Onion Plug's book right here. Onion Plug.
I want my ass spanked pink, like completely spanked pink.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Onion Plug. Well, let's get into it. Tonight, we are exploring how to share the light of the program. Now, Onion Plug, talk to me. Have you taken a swing at this in the past, and with who, and how did it go?
Yeah, not too long ago, I was having a conversation with someone who knows me pretty well.
Real quick communal vision from Psyduck with a gun. Milk, lemonade. Around the corner, fudge is made. Also, hi, Onion Plug.
Hello, Psyduck. Yeah, I love the corner fudge. You can't beat corner fudge. You can't. But I was talking to someone close to me, and at the end of the conversation, instead of telling them like, "Oh, see you later," I just said the program works. Now, people who know me, they know that I'm a recovering alcoholic. So when I say the program works, people think, "Oh, this fucking asshole's not going to shut the hell up about Alcoholics Anonymous and all this shit." I don't go to meetings.
We all know somebody like that, right?
But yeah, so I really have to kind of really drive it home, and I have to say, like, no, listen. theprogramworks.com. Check it out.
Exactly. You know, I think that's such a funny little, that's very specific, right? Can we get some ones in the chat for any alcoholics? Any alcoholics, current or recovering, go ahead and let me see some ones in chat if we got some alcoholics in chat.
I'm still not convinced that alcohol doesn't solve all problems. I'm still out on that.
Well, that's the thing. That's one of the, to the small mind of the vast majority of therapists, very small minds, very scared, very defended minds that, you'd think that somebody drawn to this field would be able to find their ass with both hands, so to speak. But, as soon as you put someone in front of them, they're the smart guy, they're the nice guy, they're the blah blah blah. It's a wasted goddamn time. But allow me to continue along these lines.
Sure.
What was the last thing you said?
I really have to, when I say the program works to someone that I'm ending a conversation
Alcoholics
with,
and alcoholism and alcohol solving problems. There we go.
Yeah.
Their common initial response among mental health professionals is that that alcohol and alcoholism, is a little bit negative, right? Especially alcoholism, especially the strategy of drinking alcohol as a mental health strategy. Now, you push them. You say, okay, what exactly is the problem here? Because you bring up a very good point. Alcohol solves problems.
Yeah, it seems like they're the one with the fucking problem. They keep bringing it up, for fuck's sake. Like, that's where all the problems came from. I was, doing I wasn't doing great, but...
What were the problems to begin with?
It's always everybody else's fault. If there's one thing I learned in life, it's always everybody else's fault. I mean, right?
Now that's an interesting statement. That is an interesting statement.
I'm not sure if I don't know. I think I'm overstimulated, and my exploration compass is spinning a little.
Okay, let's bring it back down to earth. Let's bring it back down to earth on your plug, because I think first of all, that's tremendous. That place of spinning, that is a more productive space to be than and then really honestly, I would say the vast majority of other places. So let's bring it back down to earth. Sharing the light of the program. Let's focus. Now you've got a problem, history of alcoholism, still struggle with it.
Yes.
And people know you to be that guy, the AA guy.
I actually haven't had a drink in over 3 years, but I compensate with plenty of other substances of all kinds.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, listen. I want to again, before we get going too far with this alcohol stuff, let's focus up. Sharing the light. Sure. You're an alcohol guy. You're an AA guy. People think of you. They think of the program of the 12-step program.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is the first program that most think of. And without going into that, because the Lord knows I could, speak on that for a long time.
Shit is what it is.
What's that?
It's a crock of shit. It's no program. That's for sure.
Clip that.
AA is no program.
AA is no program. AA. Okay, listen. Again, you're getting my passions roused. I want to make sure we stay focused on the theme tonight.
Okay.
How to share the light.
Sorry.
You people. So the reason they're not going to listen to you when you say the program works without being specific or maybe even picking another strategy. The reason they're not going to listen to you is because, let's put it bluntly, you're a fuck up, right? You're a fuck up.
True.
You fucked up your life. You had to do some retard program that most people don't have to do, AA or some other rehab thing, And so they think like, oh, that you're kind of like the inspiring guy who bags groceries and has Down syndrome a little bit to them.
Yes, exactly.
You make them
Actually,
feel better.
He's my supervisor. He's my supervisor, if anything.
Yeah, exactly. The Gelgoog guy, the AA program no longer works because they let their website registration lapse. No pun intended, and Leslie bought it. If I could forcefully take over the AA, every single chapter website, I would. We should put a team together for that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. So anyway, like I said, we need to know that going into this. So they don't really respect you as an equal or peer. They think of you as like an inspiration story, like a Rudy, or like a insert whatever inspirational disabled character here. Now,
yeah, like a Brand X greeting card or some shit.
Yeah. So what we got to do is we got to rethink. We got to reapproach it. Action potential. I ain't listening to no alcoholic, says Action Potential. Now, exactly. Why would you?
Not bad advice.
Why would you? I ain't listening to no alcoholic. Why would a non-alcoholic listen to an alcoholic? I mean, not to say that there isn't insight to be communicated, but listen, if you are destroying your life, which I imagine most, if you're an alcoholic and you identify with that, it's because you fucked up your life. And if you start going to rehab, it's because you're trying to rehabilitate your life. And yeah, it's not exactly a position of authority.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So listen, because of that, we need to rethink our strategy. Onion plug. Well, we got Nigel Pennyweather, Communal Vision. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky at morning, sailor's warning. Good to see you, guru. Happy Friday. The program works. Namaste. Nigel Pennyweather, great to see you, brother. It is so good to see Nigel Pennyweather in the chat tonight. Namaste to you.
Namaste.
Real quick affirmation for fellas. Listen, if you're an alcoholic, you're inspiring in the way that disabled people are inspiring. And let's go ahead. I want to recap. I want to redo that one. I'm going to take 2 laps on that. Hey fellas, if you're an alcoholic, you should go on a multi-state speaking tour.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, but getting into inner psychology of that, maybe we can talk about on another exploration. But let's go ahead and rethink your specific thing, right? Your specific thing.
Yeah, I thought maybe instead of just referencing theprogramworks.com, I could, I have your headshot hanging in my media room. I don't really have guests ever, so, but I've been thinking, I'm like, if someone ever comes over, they'll see that and be like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And that would be perfect. So.
Well, again, you're thinking you're not really empathizing with a person who doesn't respect you. And that's what we need to do, right? We need to put your mind in the mind of somebody who looks at you with pity and feels good about themselves.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so listen, if you could have a degree, you could have all sorts of stuff on your wall. You're like a retard success story to these people. So let's try something else. Imagine, just real quick thought exercise. A small child with Down syndrome comes up to you, and let's pause the tape right there. Fast forward to the end. Where we're going with this tape is they're about to put you onto something that you're going to go out of your way to check out later on. What has to transpire between the moment that little boy with Down syndrome walks up to you and you checking out whatever they bring up?
You mean whatever they bring up, how do I turn it to the program?
Well, listen, if somebody with, now this is a wonderful example because it really separates the wheat from the chaff, but if somebody, to a normal person, if somebody with Down syndrome walks up to you and says, thepoolwinwokes.com or something like this,
yeah,
you are going to say, wow, that's so good, buddy. Oh, I'm so glad he found a website that he likes or something, right?
Yes, exactly.
I love that. I really hope it's a fun website. I hope there's fun gifts and whatnot. That's what I would think if I was a normal person. But so we got to take a different strategy. We got to think of that boy with Down syndrome. I'm going to go ahead and listen, I got a suggestion. I'm going to take a page out of the playbook of our Christian brothers and sisters. Ladies and gentlemen, one theme that runs through many Christian discussions is how do we bear witness to Christ? Meaning, how do we most effectively communicate God's love to non-believers?
Well, that is the question. I don't know. I'm an atheist. I'm the last person who should be asked that. But I guess you're referring to the program, right?
Well, I would say some of the most effective Christians that I've worked with, and communities that I've worked within, is they get into this idea of when they say bear witness, what they mean is live with the truth of the gospel in their heart.
The passion.
Allow the passion to motivate them. The clarity of the knowledge of God's love to motivate them. Truly embody Christ's image through your thoughts and deeds. Now, I think that's going to be your best way, because if this little boy with Down syndrome just gets fucking excited, right? Gets excited and starts start talking about all their ideas and what they've been up to and how much better their life is and it really begs the question, what is going on in this young man's life that might pertain to me? What might motivate this normal person to come down from their tower and explore something that must be so stupid and common? Because again, they don't respect you. You're an alcoholic. They know you fucked up your life and they don't respect you, and you got to remember that. Okay?
True. Okay. Yeah. I might just have to start sending like anonymous letters or something. Because if it comes from me, they're probably just going to flip me right off and
No, well, I mean that exactly. Maybe get some alts on the internet, but even then, as a strategy for sharing the program, yes, but also we're missing some really nice grizzle to chew on if we are skipping this step of people don't respect you, and how do we start from there? Okay.
Okay. I don't know.
Beautiful.
I'm baffled.
I cannot tell you how much more productive your mindset is tonight at the beginning and end of this call than if you had, all the confidence, all the gumption in the world to share the most prescient insight, that's ever been uttered. You not knowing, you trusting the program, and you refusing to have an answer is worth so much more on your journey to the next level than anything else you could have done.
Can I share one thing about that happened earlier? I thought it was good.
Please.
I used the toilet, and I took a shit, and I didn't have any toilet paper, so I just used the inside back of my shirt, and it was like problem solved. Like, I'm never buying toilet paper again. I can't.
Well, thank you for that. One. Thank you for sharing that little bit at the end.
Okay.
Namaste to you, Onion Plug. I appreciate the call tonight.
Namaste. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. Communal vision, the Gelgoog guy, spread the love of the program like a batch of factory-tampered Tylenol, a surprise that spread far and wide, offering a truly next-level ascension. Beautiful stuff. Thank you so much, Gelgoog guy. Is Money Tits here? Somebody just echoed one of your sentiments, one of your famous sentiments. Yep, I shoot it like cats. I calmly tried to ask in the Discord voice chat the other day why so many of you still say the R slur, even though that's considered pretty not kosher among progressive groups. And it ended with Jen and I in a genuine screaming match, and I still don't really know why. Also, I was playing Minecraft the whole time. Well, I think that are you going to sit there and tell me that you asked that question within earshot of not just Jen but several others, and you didn't expect a rousing response? You don't understand why, though. You don't understand, and I can understand from your perspective, right? Let's remember one thing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's remember one thing. Not all of us are all experiencing the same thing at all times. You know, those of us that feel a relief saying the word retard, mental retard, mentally retarded, you know, artard, things like this. This isn't a universal experience. Some people hear that word and don't like it. They don't like it. They hate it. Many of them have friends and family with Down syndrome, or that, you know, the bad kind of autism that you know, clinically it's still autistic and not retarded, but, you know, socially speaking, you know, it's still kind of lumped in colloquially. And some of us are, you know, we like to fashion ourselves a progressive in the South, much like Michaela here. A progressive, politically progressive in the South. That is to set yourself against something that you see as bad, noxious, immoral, backwards in the world around you. And oftentimes in that context, the word retard, whatever little spin on it you want, can be a part of that. I think that's where Michaela's coming from a little bit. Isn't that right? Don't care for it. Don't care for it. It's confusing, she says. Well, discomfort is the path of the next level. It's important to keep that in mind. I'm gonna let this play out. I see a nice. Have yet to see the revelation that pushing boundaries makes the program work. Be self-judgmental, but you can tell. I can't tell other people. I'm going to let this play out. I think keep this going. I love this healthy discussion. Michaela, dig your heels in, hon. Dig your heels in about the word retard. Don't let them knock you off the hill this easy. Okay? In the same way that I wish you would teach a Bible study group on our Discord server, I want you to dig your heels in about the word retard. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Namaste, Guru. My name is Alex.
Alex, welcome back to the program. How are you doing tonight?
Guru, I am very well. I'm quite excited at the moment.
Communal vision real quick from the Gelgoog guy. I truly gave up on caring about such things. Everything can be seen as wrong now. I just hit bottom and let the light of the program fill my soul. Hopefully that light is not as an oncoming train. Namaste. Spoiler alert, it is. Namaste, but back to you, Alex. You said you're feeling good. Talk to me about that.
Well, several things, Guru. One, I love being able to call in and listen to the show. I love what you are doing. I see it, and it's very, very exciting. The program works. I love it. Second is just everything that's kind of going on in the discussion at the moment in the chat. I appreciate you saying that it's not okay because, you know, as far as saying words that you shouldn't say when you know, I'm not going to put up a fight or argue or anything. I'm just saying thank you for saying something. I'm calling because I'm here to spread the message, and I have several tactics that have been working effectively.
Wait, say that one more time. Say that very last part again.
I am calling about spreading the light, spreading
Yes.
the devoted light and the effective methods that I have used. Namaste.
Namaste. Now let's just jump right in, because this is exactly like I said. I'm very serious tonight about tonight's theme. How to share the light of the program. When I think of a single soul, let alone the sea of people that will not be touched by this program, I weep. I weep on a daily basis. So this is a very serious and heartfelt topic for me. So talk to me. How have you tried in the past, Alex? Talk to us about that.
Well, several times I found that discussion at the dinner table was not fruitful, because like dinner was happening. I'm like, you got to see what is going on. You don't understand what you're missing. It has happened several times, and it hasn't been effective. What I did find that worked was when I cornered my sibling. I cornered my sibling, and I showed them. I showed the little guy what was going on, and he started to understand after a couple weeks. It took a little bit, but it started working. So I think forcefully yelling at somebody, it may not seem like the best method, but sometimes, people don't want to listen immediately.
Right. So you're coming at it a similar way to Onion Plug. Onion Plug didn't realize people weren't going to take anything that he said seriously because he really fucked up his life and they know he's an alcoholic. Now, people don't want to listen to you. I don't know why yet, but you're aware of it. And I think that lets you get ahead of the game a little bit. And I think that's beautiful. Beautiful. So a strategy, and maybe Onion Plug could use this. This could be something that Onion Plug could use as well, that you resort to repetition and yelling. Am I hearing you right?
I believe being vocal would be a more accurate description. Not backing down, It's like I see the light. You need to see it too. I understand. You're not gonna immediately. Nobody does. I've seen it for a bit. But persistence, dedication, glory. The program works.
I think we needed this reminder tonight. I want to thank you, Alex. I think we needed this reminder that, we can get in our head, we can get in the weeds, we can make it overly complicated. To think of how to effectively share this program. And sometimes it really can come down to strength through the violence of volume. Strength through the violence of volume. Sometimes you got a message, sometimes you want to share it, sometimes you want to see the world around you come alive and express itself through the life-transforming tools of explorations. Maybe you got to yell it. Maybe you got to shout it from the mountaintops. Maybe you have to embody the urgency with which the world needs the program itself. That's what I'm hearing you say right now, Alex. That's exactly what I'm hearing you say right now.
Namaste, Doc, for real. For real. Sometimes it's like people don't want to believe it when it's right in front of them, and they're just silly because they don't want to accept it. But, sometimes you can see... You really struck a chord with me when you said that I'm noticing that people aren't listening to me. And that's true. It's like, I've come across several things in time that I try to show to people and they don't listen. And I feel recently that confidence has started to come from within because I started to believe, I relax. Because of the program, I feel much more confident in what I am saying. So I feel that those people that maybe I meet in a Wendy's bathroom, coincidentally, that, maybe if I see them in the stall or whatever, and they've been out of toilet paper and I bring it to them, I'm like, say, I told you the program works because you knew you were going to be out. Anyway, it's the persistence of knowing what the other people can't necessarily see or believe. It's important to know that you can get to them. Some people, I hear in sales, you got to hear like 3 no's Or
The
who knows,
Gelgoog
no
guy.
one gets to it yet.
I thought about spreading the program through the postal system, but my Uncle Ted ruined that when he spread his program that way and was rewarded with 8 consecutive life sentences. So I think he's related to the Unabomber is what he's referring to there.
He said Uncle Ben, right?
Ted.
Ted. Oh, yes, Kaczynski. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he had a nephew.
No, I mean, no, we would cross paths every now and again, but no. I never got a chance to work with him, unfortunately.
Oh, namaste.
Yeah, namaste. Well, listen, I think what's beautiful about what you're sharing with us right now, Alex, is that what you're talking about is hardly isolated. I would go as far as to say that a lot of people in this program share this exact experience. Feeling like people don't listen to you. How do you blast through that wall? Well, partly volume. Speak up. Speak up. Let that voice ring.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Be confident in the message.
Exactly. Well, listen, let's leave it right there. I think what you shared with us is really beautiful.
Well, thank you, Guru. Thank you for your time, and namaste to the chat.
Namaste. And they say namaste back as well. Namaste. Have a good night. I'm sad sometimes when I think about the people that won't get this program. I've said that. I brought that up. I nearly started crying earlier tonight. I still can't even bring it up without my voice starting to shake, as you can hear. I get namaste. Sociopathogen. Explorer. General physician. Didn't know that. Namaste to you. I carved Leslie Tanner Fox into the side of a series of cars last night. The program works. Thanks so much, Socio. A true soldier of the program, Sociopathogen. Can't thank you enough. Namaste. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our next caller. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hey, buddy, I'm Lonnie.
Lonnie, it's great to hear from you. I see in my notes that you would like to explore that your father is gay.
Buddy, I'm going through it, man. Listen here. He done eat at a Logan's Roadhouse every day for the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
He go to a Texas Roadhouse one time. He come out saying he gay. What the hell happened in there, bud?
So let me try to understand what's going on here. This is your father by blood.
My biological daddy known him since I was a little one.
Biological daddy.
Yes, sir.
And he went to Logan's Roadhouse every single day for 3 years, you said?
Like clockwork, buddy. You go down to that Logan Roadhouse, that's where it'd be at.
Real quick communal vision from Psyduck with a gun. In a darker period of my life when I would get blackout drunk and wander the rails, on a flickering screen deep in the distance was the Guru's vision. That speaks for itself. I don't see how that even needs to be commented on by me. Namaste and thank you, Psyduck. Now, switches it up. And goes to Texas Roadhouse, and then you hear. How do you hear that your daddy's gay after that?
He come in the door, fired up like a damn rattlesnake, bitching at my mama, telling her he done with her, telling her he done with me. He gonna be gay. He just come in like that.
Okay,
and so I'm lost. like I knew who I am now, who he is. What are we?
Listen, wow. I mean, that's a lot. Lonnie, is this your first time calling, Lonnie?
Buddy, I drawn to you from the YouTube. I found you.
Oh, brother Lonnie, thank you so much. Lonnie calling from youtube.com. I'm so glad. Sometimes I worry that, YouTube Live is such a sparse arena. And it's like, how, I really hope that people find it. So I'm so glad that when times like this come in, that the program can be of use to someone like you. And especially at a time like this, Lonnie, what you are going through right now, I can only imagine is so confusing. I'd imagine you're hurt. I imagine there may be even some feelings of betrayal a little bit.
I mean, like, it's hard to admit, but yeah, namaste, bud.
Yeah. Listen, and there's nothing wrong with that. I want you to know that. There's nothing wrong with that feeling.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say what's obvious. What's plainly obvious to me, right? You come here for the clarity that this program has to offer. So I'm going to give you exactly that, okay, Lonnie?
Hit me, bud.
Texas Roadhouse simply turned your dad gay.
God damn it.
Yeah, you were right. I mean, you had a theory about it. When was the last time you had sex with your mom?
I've never done that.
Wait, when was the last time he had sex with your mom? Not you.
Oh, God. I think last week. I heard him. She was saying she was...
There's that.
Was both
listen, he visited Texas Roadhouse, and what you need to do is you need to spread the word that Texas Roadhouse makes daddies gay.
That's what I got to do.
I wonder, do you know, did he meet someone at the Texas Roadhouse? Did he make out with a guy?
I mean, I don't know.
You get a boner?
TV. I don't know. He just come in saying he gay. He had a mustache. It was wild.
Yeah, okay. Well, listen, Lonnie, you're right to feel hurt. You're right to feel betrayed. Your father betrayed you.
Fuck him, man.
Exactly. And go maybe go investigate this Texas Roadhouse to see what's going on over there, because I think it's not that it's bad that it turns daddies gay, but I think people should know what about Texas Roadhouse makes turns a heterosexual man to a homosexual man.
Something in that beef, man.
Something in that beef. Interesting. Okay, well, Lonnie, good luck with everything. Feel free to call in anytime soon and keep us abreast of your journey, okay?
Thank you, sir. Good luck with your program. I love it. Namaste.
Namaste, Lonnie. Namaste.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Real quick communal vision from Sociopathogen. His dad's sexuality was blooming just like their onion. I didn't even know that they also had a blooming onion there. That's nice. I love those. I love a blooming onion. I can't get enough of them. I love those things. Anybody else? Does anyone else in chat really just enjoy a blooming onion? I can't say I would turn it down if it was in front of me right now. I can't say I would turn it down. That sauce. Ooh. That like kind of it's a little bit creamy. It's got a little bit of spicy. It's got a little bit of horseradish in it. Yeah, Nigel, I'm feeling that one. I'm feeling that one. Laser Shark, namaste. Laser Shark recently recovering from a bout of diarrhea and throw up. Diarrhea and throw up. Namaste. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for finding the energy to join us tonight. Brother Laser Shark at youtube.com. I'm going to pull my balls out of my thighs. Okay, there we go. Nice. I wouldn't turn it down. Messica, I need more merch. Like what? What do we need? Winter merch? Should we do season? I know that we need a new. We got a print coming up soon. I just got to meet with the webmaster. What would winter merch be? Beanies, maybe some thick socks. But that's the thing. I mean, yeah, it's possible. A beanie, socks, a shitty turtleneck, scarf, glory hole stickers, a scarf, pocket watch, little penis scarves. Raunchy Zebra, namaste and welcome to Explorations. Well, yeah, I think we're going to be getting a different, before the printing place that we use for those t-shirts, it didn't go the smoothest. So we're going to be rethinking how to do that. All right, let's get this next caller in. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you?
Hello, Leslie. This is Reverend It All Costs Money.
Namaste, Reverend It All Costs Money. How you doing tonight, brother?
I am existing.
Existing. Sounds good. Good enough for me.
Yeah. Hey, I'm in a creative mood is what I was, long story short, I'm in a creative mood.
Ooh, okay.
Ideas for how to share the light of the program. I put some in the chat, like run your mid-show promo during other streamers' ad streams. So you know how, like on the Nurse Huckleberry show, they have their Robo commercials and they call up your Robo, and then you run your like, here's the benefits of joining the Devoted Light. You could run swap. Like she runs her ads during your midstream and you run your promo during hers. You could reach out to other streamers and do promo swaps.
Ooh, I would never promote another stream though on this one. Who would I promote?
I think Toad PhD, maybe.
That's true. That's possible. I don't think you would.
Again, just an idea.
I think I like where your head's at. I like where your head's at. We were gonna run ads. We're gonna do a whole ad thing today, but it kind of fell through literally like minutes before the stream time. I had to change the plan. Before we were gonna do this whole sponsored segment.
Right. I think you could. Another good one maybe would be like Christ United Mission. I think you two would very much so like be in synergy with swapping ad spots. Maybe Uncle Joe, he could promote marbles on your stream and you could promote your stream on his. Like I just see potential opportunities there, right? So this way there's no monetary stuff exchange. You don't have to worry about the money. It's like, here, I'll run this like once a week if you run mine once a week, right? I like the idea of business cards with various quotes from the show on it, maybe from yourself or interactions from various members with a QR code on it
Ooh,
to the clip of when that interaction happened. You could also do it with small stickers and give them out to people who do delivery jobs like pizza delivery or DoorDash, and they could post them up all over town, like shitty little flyers on like gas station poster boards or, you know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think you're on.
So those are my ideas.
We're gonna have to go back and review what you're sharing. I'm gonna have to review what you're sharing. Run a mid-show promo during other. Oh yeah, you said that. Get a billboard in meth hell country cheap. Well, that's a good. You know, honestly, we are going to be running a billboard soon. I don't think she's in the chat right now.
You could hire drones. You know those drone teams, right? That fly like 30,000 drones up in the air to do stuff. You could just have your face and say the program works, and then have them spell out your Twitch link over like large cities like New York, Chicago, LA.
Beautiful. Wow. It all costs money is clocked the heck in tonight. Namaste to you. Really, honestly, a beautiful stream of ideas. Did you think of all of those just now, or have you been stewing on them tonight?
I've been stewing on the commercial trade one for a while. I've actually brought this up with other streamers, specifically the ones that I've mentioned. Not yet Christ United Mission, and everyone seemed open to the idea, not necessarily receptive, but like I would imagine like it would take some planning and talking and like, you know, just like, here you go. Maybe allow each other some creative liberties to be able to react or record reactions, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, there's got to be something. There's got to be something.
Again, just an idea.
Like, no, I love it. I love this. I love this stuff. I love this stuff. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm actually cooking up a couple of those things right now. Cooking up the that QR code thing. That's on the list of stuff to do. I've got all these extra postcards, and I need to put QR codes on them and send them out. I would love if there was a video game for the program. Freebot, do you know how to code a video game? Do you know how to do that?
I thought, didn't you go back in time and create the game E.T. just to test our patience?
No, but you're not the first person who said that. I've heard that. I've gotten that accusation before.
Seems legit.
I usually call it an infatuation.
The other way how to share the light of the program is to talk about the program amongst your friends and your family.
Have you done this?
Have you done this? Them. Yes, which I have, which is why I've completely alienated myself from. Like, the program works.
And
helped us all to alienate further.
And how did the reception go when you shared it with them?
Well, my 76-year-old mother said no. She just flat out said, no, I don't like this, and turned away.
Okay.
I don't get it. I don't like this.
Okay. Yeah, well,
I tried it with my dad, and he laughed and then forgot about it. And he doesn't have dementia. He's been in a couple car accidents.
Right.
His brain's not fully.
So your parents are soft and lame. It's not, and I mean lame in the sort of the more antiquated use of that word. They're on their way down, out.
Right, but I mean, I love my dad. Like, again, I called him up 3 nights ago, and he gave me a barbecue sauce recipe and
right, exactly. Called him like in the middle of the night. Beautiful.
Yeah, like he's a decent dude. He just doesn't drink or do drugs anymore, which I'm okay with, right? Like, he was a lot more fun when he was drinking whiskey.
And why'd he stop?
Because he's old, and now he has to see the doctor like 3 times a week, or he's gonna die.
What's wrong with him?
I have no idea, and neither do the doctors. And that's okay. Like, he's old though. Like, he's 76 years old and poor. Like, it's not like he didn't live a long, healthy, good life. You know, non-vet, like served on the fire department for like 30 years. He's a pretty decent dude. Oh, there you go. You could get billboards put on the side of school buses, city buses, the fire department, police cars. You could literally just have pay to have the program advertised on the side of city services buses. I hear it's all for sale now.
I mean, yeah, in my city, there's like all that kind of stuff is for sale. I'd imagine it's expensive, but either way,
I'd imagine not, because how prevalent it is, right? And do you think you can get like radio shows, like actual like, hey, this is 101.9 live radio, and we are here to tell you about the program.
In the future, yes. I mean, we're working on some big video projects here. Once we get those going, we're gonna be blitzing. We're gonna be blitzing with all that kind of stuff, all sorts of marketing stuff. We're gonna be going nuts
also,
with that.
How's the public TV stuff going for you? I remember a few months ago, you went and got your recertification.
Yeah, I got my certification at the Public Access Studio here in Chicago, and I've used it. I've used it a handful of times to produce some program materials at the Community of Devoted Light at Patreon.com. But right now I'm doing some right now in terms of that stuff. We're doing some legwork with. There's a pretty in-depth couple of video projects that we're working on, and before we go into the studio to shoot that material, we need to. Right now it's like some musical audio. We're figuring some stuff out before we just go into the studio again. Before there was less to figure out, but now we're really sinking our teeth into some material. So that, I'm being very vague on purpose though. So you guys.
Oh yeah. No, I figured. Like, I have a feeling there's going to be some great things coming up in the future. But yeah. Are you familiar with the streamer Von's Evil Lair?
No idea.
He's a fellow streamer who also does a lot of self-music production, and he did the intro to Duncan Did It show, if you're familiar with
Oh, really?
Did It.
Yeah.
So the intro to his show was done by Von's Evil Lair. He is very big into the collaboration stuff, very big in the Dog Pound and Nephew Network. So I would highly recommend, if you're looking for music collaborations or people to help with that side, I would like to give a shout out to Von's Evil Lair.
Shout out received. We have a sort of house composer, so to speak. I write some of it.
Cool.
There's one person who wrote some of it, and then there's another guy who wrote the majority of it. This one I made.
Well, he's also in the. Oh, that's awesome. I have no musical talent. That is, I'm very, very envious of that. Like, I can play some really basic like piano stuff. You know, like Mary Had a Little Lamb, right? The Ghostbusters theme. Nothing fantastic, but like, I'm fairly envious. But I was gonna say, like, there's lots of ways to share the light of the program inside Twitch itself. And there's a lot of people doing a lot of creative things. Have you thought of being a guest spot on the Angry Scar show, or perhaps what's his name? The guy who streams his chair all the time. Well-known pervert Josh Belmar.
Oh yeah, he was. I've never been on his program, but he's been on here.
Nice. I would highly recommend you guys do a collab sometime. If anybody's still here and listening, who thinks that a Belmar Tanner chat would be amazing?
A Belmar Tanner chat. I would love a full. Actually, he was. I think the last time he was on was during the subathon. Was the Power of Silence subathon? So I didn't say shit, and he just. I think he would sing songs.
He's another fairly talented Twitch artist, in my opinion. Or you and potentially Floppy Jimmy could work together.
Another one. He's been on here too. I love Floppy Jimmy. I love these young men. I love these.
Yeah, I would like actually. Oh man,
these young white men. I love them.
Diagnose these guys. Yeah. Well, those are some of my ideas. I thought I would call in and share what
extremely fruitful. I genuinely appreciate the brainstorm. That was a lot of very useful ideas.
Fantastic. The program works, y'all. Do not be afraid to call in. Even if your idea is to just have him get a laser printer and print his stuff on pieces of paper to fold up his paper airplanes and throw out 1,000 at a time from the top of a building. Fuck the littering, right?
Just litter, who cares?
Come up with your ideas and share them with the program. Namaste.
Namaste, brother. Namaste. Have a wonderful night. Wonderful. That was one. I love speaking at all cost money. Beautiful. He's been here for a very long time. Truly embodies that the idea of not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. That young guy. That young man. Don't worry about where he's going, because it's not very far. Namaste, everybody. Guys, it's time for me to take a pee-pee. I think I might have to poop, too. I might have to go number 2 as well. Maybe I'll have to sit down for the whole experience. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, namaste to you. I will be back with the second half of tonight's exploration with Leslie Tanner, exploring how to share the light of the program. Blessings, and I'll be back with you in just a moment.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning of starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched Explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched Explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious. Let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on Patreon.com, where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials now available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. I have a dear friend who disappeared recently. Amber. She was a small, feminine lesbian. And she used to be obsessed with a short, trim lawn. There were so many reasons, she would tell me, that one should keep it as preened and pretty as possible. Looking back, she enjoyed the performance of it. Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. That was a couple words about the community of devoted light. Namaste. Oh. Welcome on back. We're exploring how to share the light of the program. Namaste. Namaste. Oh, VCXZ. Namaste to you. Explorations AV department. My stomach hurts. Let's see. What was I gonna say? My stomach is flipping the fuck out. Oh, Lord. All right, let's answer this phone call. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Nigel.
Nigel, welcome back to the program. How you doing tonight, brother?
Hey, good evening, Mr. Tanner. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, pretty swell. Just really taking tonight's topic extremely seriously and really exploring deeply and widely. Talk to me tonight. We're talking about how to share the light of the program, Nigel. What have you tried to do this in your life with any friends, family, coworkers, etc.?
Yes, I have. You got to find the right kind of person, and that would be open. I mean, you never know. So the first thing you said is you got to find the right kind of person. And ladies and gentlemen, those of you in the chat who have tried to do this before, the right kind of person. What exactly is that? Talk to me about that. What's the right kind of person? Someone who's maybe open-minded or depressed or addicted to drugs, or I guess anybody. I think the program is right.
Well, I think you're onto something there with that intuition, Nigel. The very first thing you said was the right person, which means there are not right people. So, I mean, potentially could be anybody, certainly, is a universally effective program. But, in your view, you brought up depressed people, and what was the other one?
Drug addicts.
Drug addicts, that's another really... So, what I'm seeing a pattern of vulnerable people. Is that a fair characterization?
Oh, totally. But vulnerable, people who need, they're looking for the light and they don't quite know how to get through that tunnel, get to that light at the end. I've told my brother, several friends, and I've had some. They've told me they've participated in the program. I'm not sure how much truth there is to that, but
yeah, okay. And how'd they say it went?
Oh, I'm sorry.
How did they say that it went?
So some people enjoyed it, and others, like I told my mom, and she went into apartment. I honestly don't think she knows how to use Twitch. I think it's more on a technical level.
Right. And I mean, it looks like a television program, though, right? She could see it and understand television, right?
Oh, totally. Yep.
But sometimes it's really hit or miss with the elderly.
Yeah. She's shit. Probably at least 65. At least 65. Maybe 70. But anyhow.
I mean, in some ways, though, that's the thing. It's an unfortunate. We got to do some outreach with the elderly because, in a lot of ways, the outreach with the elderly is something that is very ripe, very ripe, because here's the thing about explorations. It's not about succeeding. It's about failing. We talk about this all the time. And what greater failure? And the reason we do this is because the great failure. What is the great failure? Dying. And as we get older, ladies and gentlemen, we are closer to dying. And in so doing, we are closer to the power of the next level.
Namaste.
Well, so your mom said no. So talk to me. Have you ever? Do you have any drug addicts in your life?
Oh my gosh, that's the story of my life, Leslie. I grew up in a lot of bad areas, a lot of drug addicts, alcoholics. My dad was an alcoholic. He was served in the Marines in Vietnam, and when he came back, he drank for 30 years, 40 years straight. So yeah, I grew up with a lot of, buried a lot of friends.
Buried a lot of friends, you said. Buried a lot of friends.
Yeah. And I struggled with having my dad being an alcoholic growing up. I never wanted to touch the shit. I didn't until I was 21, and my friends took me to a bar, and had my first sip of alcohol. But most of my other friends, they probably tried alcohol, I don't know, when they were 15 or something for the first time. And I ended up drinking for 10 years straight. Not every single day, but if your parents have had a drug problem or an alcohol problem, chances are, you're probably vulnerable to that.
Yeah, so you're intimately familiar with this whole situation of being addicted to alcohol and drugs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so listen, I think this is a really, I'm so glad that this got brought up tonight. When you're considering reaching out with this program, and you might think you're looking for, like, with most programs, they'll appeal to somebody who's, like, maybe trying to start a small business, or they're trying to, just like get over the hump and meet somebody new, like these relatively small personal goals. But ladies and gentlemen, this is about an utter transformation here at Explorations. And who has room for that more than those that are addicted to drugs and alcohol? Ladies and gentlemen, these people are vulnerable. These people are fucked up. These people have been abused a lot of times, at the very least neglected very severely. They have all sorts of mental illnesses. They will be in therapy for the rest of their lives should they choose to go that route. I hope they don't. I hope they find them right here. But this being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's just say that if you're trying to cook with gas, there's a lot of gas to cook with when they're addicted to drugs and alcohol. Make that as simple as I can. Now, tell me, it is given your familiarity, both direct and indirect familiarity, those of us that are interested in reaching out to maybe some drug addicts or alcoholics in our life, what would you suggest? What's the plan of attack that you suggest that to somebody who's just like looking to do exactly that?
If that's a good question. If you keep your eye out for, if there's someone at work who they kind of look a little bit disheveled, maybe some stains on their clothing. They smell like alcohol. That's a dead giveaway. Or if they're male, maybe it looks like their skin kind of has that yellow color to it, like urine. That's another dead giveaway. Pupils the size of a dishwashing plate. What's that say? you get the picture.
Right. Find them in shitty jobs with weird skin.
And stains on their clothes.
And stains on their clothes.
Usually they'll have body odor.
Then what do we say then? What do we say? Because you can't listen. I'll tell you. Listen, there are some non-addicts in the chat right now, and if you tell them to approach an addict and say like, listen, you've got this life-transforming program. Go talk to that addict. Cold call them. Go walk up to them and start talking to them. They're going to appeal probably to some things that are not going to work. They're going to say like, hey, you seem like you're having a rough time in life, right? Do you think that's going to work? Talk to them like...
Probably not.
Yeah, right? No way in hell. So how would you get them to listen to you if you were going to do it?
Dear God. Put me on the spot. Hey, brother man. Listen up. There's this hit me program in town, the Leslie Tanner Show. He's got what you need to know. And, if you're tired of smelling like piss and looking like shit, then go on and get with the program. And then I hand him a business card with your name and phone number and the Twitch address, and I give him a slap on the bottom, like we just finished at the Little League house, and we call it a day.
Not the worst I've heard. So hopefully everybody heard that, wrote that down, took notes. You're hearing insight right direct from the horse's mouth. Somebody who has considerable experience, both direct and indirect, with approaching drug addicts and alcoholics with something like the program. Nigel, brother.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you.
Well, you're welcome, Leslie. Anytime.
Absolutely. You found time on a Friday night to call in. I know you've got a busy life. You're a family man, and you still found time for us here at Explorations. And I want to just tell you how much I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you, Leslie. And thank you to all my fellow explorers. You're all great friends, and the program works. Namaste.
Namaste, brother. Beautiful stuff from Nigel tonight. Thank you. All right, that was a fun one. Let's go ahead and let's keep this nasty bitch rolling. We got a couple more calls tonight, and then we're going to be raiding on over to producer Craigulator's stream. Producer Craigulator's streaming tonight. The bunker. The bunker's happening tonight, Friday night. I know I'm cutting into his time a little bit here. Pepperoncini, welcome back on in. How are you? How was Pox Holiday? Welcome on in. Namaste to you. Thank you for joining us. Pepperoncini, how was the avatar? Let's go ahead and no. Oh, that's you. Okay. Here, I'll turn the auto screen off. Namaste, caller. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's up, I can call you?
Hey, Leslie, long-time viewer, not long-time caller. It's Logan the Brogan.
Logan, good to hear from you, brother. How's it going? What's up?
I forgot. I don't know, actually. We talked about lasagna last time. I don't know what's going on tonight. I really didn't look into it. I saw you were streaming. I was like, fuck it. By the way, why does your phone number call me sometimes and hang up after the first ring? I get those on my phone sometimes. It says you called me. Just curious.
What time of the day do you get it?
It's like in the morning-ish.
Morning?
Yeah, like
That's
my
just
time
me.
morning, which is central.
That's
and
just
like,
me.
It's one ring and it goes off, and like I try to answer it sometimes. And I'm like, all right, whatever. It's like a debt collector, but it's you.
That's just me. That's just me calling. That's just me
All
calling,
right,
trying to get close to you.
What's the subject tonight? Namaste.
Our theme tonight is how to share the light of the program. How to share the light of the program. Now, Logan, you've been here not for a terribly long time, but long enough that I think we need to start considering how you are going to share the light of Explorations with your friends, family, and or coworkers.
I mean, 6 months. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Okay, I said fuck you, Fram, in my intro call, so I guess I bumped myself up. Who screens the calls nowadays? Is it Fram or Pepper?
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini, right? We had an auto screener on for a second, but it was cheap.
I got you. Anyway, I haven't called in a while, so I get that. But I showed my dad this. So actually, my dad got shown this because my address has a 1/2 in it, and so all my mail goes to my neighbor all the time. And so to avoid that, I sent your headshot to my dad's house. And guess what that guy did? He opened my mail, as illegal people do, and he was like, "Who's this fucking guy?" And I was like, It was kind of hard to explain, actually. I'll be really honest. I was like, a signed headshot from a man. I was like, I haven't had a girlfriend in 2 years, but don't worry about it. It's fine.
Right. Well, he's looking at such a handsome picture. He probably assumes that you're sexually attracted to me.
I wouldn't go as far as that, but he was very curious on the nature of said headshot being signed. He thought you were famous, so I kind of went with that. I was like, yeah, it's a guy I know that does acting. So
interesting. And how did he respond to that?
He was kind of cool with it. He was like, I don't care. You get in the mail, it's fine. You know, he's really chill. So like, I wasn't too worried about his opinion thus far about that. But he was very kind of like, hey, you got something in the mail. Like his text was very like concerned a little bit, and like I kind of like
now
qualmed the flames.
Communal vision from Pepperoncini. Please don't ever confuse me for Fram again, or I'm going to have to stomp you a new mud hole, caller. Namaste.
Yeah. I didn't know who, screened the calls. Fram, he screens the calls for infatuation, so I just got confused. Pepperoncini, no hate, no diss. Pepperoncini, you gave me my first gift sub, actually, when I was but a newbie on this channel, and you were the first person that got me kind of addicted to calling in, and not calling in, but just viewing in, because I haven't called in a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, in terms of tonight's theme, how to share the light of the program, it sounds like you have really cued, you had a perfect situation teed up for you with your father's nosy little fingers opening your mail and just getting a real straight shot dose of the program through the signed headshot that you won over the subathon. Now, that could have been a very special moment in which you introduced your father to the tools of Explorations.
Now, he sings in the choir at his local church and he's not gonna lie.
Filzy 74 communal vision. Whatever you say, Fram. Okay, continue.
Bram.
So
Hell yeah.
he's a devout Christian.
He's a very super Christian man, and like we used to go to church all the time, and then I went to college and became my own person. And, you know, you know how it goes.
Right.
And so actually, do we want to talk about my father? Or are we trying to get into this? What do we want to do?
No, I want to get into. I mean, I'd love to get into your father, but it's more specifically, I'd love to get into. I'd love to get into how we could have, in retrospect, how we could have turned this moment into a sort of recruitment situation. So your father, Christian, good to know, but I think you said that in a way that's like supposed to imply that he wouldn't like the program because he's such a devout Christian. Am I hearing you right?
Let's go down his path. So he recently got a triple bypass, like open heart surgery, and about 2 days before that happened, he was like, if I die, what do you think happens to me? And like, so I think he's kind of open to what's going on in life, right? I was like, it's going to work out. Like everything you believed your whole life's going to happen, you know?
We got to have a senior night.
I don't want to fuck with that right now.
The Gel Goo, well, this is exactly when to fuck with it. It's ripe. The juice is there to suck out. The Gel Goo guy, the best way to spread the love of the program is to flood America's Unsolved Mysteries tip line. Get to work, people. Namaste.
Is this the guy you fucking red-pilled and his wife? Sorry, is this that guy? It is that guy. What's up, dude? How you doing?
Yes, he and his wife were with us just a couple days ago.
No, I liked him. I fucked with him. That was a fun one. I watch you all the time. I just don't talk a lot. Sorry about that.
Well, listen, I think this is, and this might be hard to sort of look at, but your father being in the vulnerable sort of really intense position that he is, having come out of that's a very serious surgery. Triple bypass?
Yeah.
That's a big one. Perfect time to introduce the most effective personal power program in the country, in my opinion.
I saw him with a tube down his throat for like 2 days, and he couldn't talk. He could only blink and nod. And
you could have held up your phone and showed him the stream.
No, he could not type at all so what they do is actually restrict your wrist and legs down so you don't spasm when you're having that going on. And so he could just only blink and nod. So I was just like, hey, you doing good? And he was like, blink, blink. And I was like, that means no. So I can't do shit about it, though.
See, I think, this is... be ready for the next time one of your parents is in the... Is your mom still alive?
No, I got problems, Leslie, let me tell you.
Right.
No, it's like age 20. Anyways, she's RIP.
Okay,
cool.
so mommy's bye-bye. Papa's with us. But how about this? Let's use this as practice for the next time someone you care about and you want to see flourish is in the hospital, especially if they're held down by tethers of some kind. Listen, I will go. If you message me on Discord, if you send a note,
we tried that before. Am I right?
Say like, listen, I've got. Yeah, exactly. You just tell me. Listen, somebody's nibbling on the line. That's all you got to tell me. Because what I'm going to hear is that you've got a friend or family that's relegated to a hospital bed, and you are going to force the program on them via your phone or tablet or some other such device. And that I will literally start streaming in the middle of the day. If you got someone, quote, nibbling on the line. Just that's our code, okay? Nibbling on the line.
You'll call it? All right, cool. Yeah.
Nibbling on the line.
All right, Leslie. Well, we've established a lot, huh?
Yeah, that pause was a big one.
Yeah, you want some animal facts? Just kidding.
No. Namaste, Logan. It was beautiful to talk to you, though.
Have a good night.
Namaste, Logan.
In a while. Just wanted to pay my dues. You know how it goes.
Of course, brother. Of course. It's always nice to hear from you, though. For real.
All right, get the fuck out of here.
Namaste, Logan. Oh, that son of a bitch. But kind of, you got to stand up to your father at some point. And what better way to cuck your father than get him involved in a personal power program like this? Because then A, his life will be transformed, and B, every time he feels that surge of power, namaste, Raider, Space Cat 3, welcome on in. to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. It is absolutely wonderful to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. We're about to get into our final caller of the night and take this energy on over to The Bunker. Producer Craigulator's doing his Friday night program tonight. Welcome on in, Space Cat. How are you guys? How was the stream? Yeah, you just missed it. We gotta close it up. Head over to The Bunker, and I am gonna keep shitting. To be honest, my stomach is flipping the fuck out. Real quick affirmation for women: if you're worried about microplastics in your uterus, you shouldn't be. It's literally the greatest innovation of our entire generation. Let's get caller. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you?
Hey, Big Al, it's me, Jenny.
Jenny, you're our final caller of the night. How you doing?
I'm the last one.
Yes, you are.
Got him. Tell Sister next time you talk to him.
I will. I'll let him know. We were planning to raid over to you guys, but we ran a bit long at the lounge tonight. Oh yeah, don't worry about it, Gelgoog. Thank you for. I genuinely appreciate that, but don't worry about it. It's all good. I know how that goes. I know how that stuff goes. You got to ride the vibe you got. Got to ride that vibe. Now, Jenny, tonight well, first of all, how are we feeling? How you doing? How you feeling?
I slept through the day. I'm in a major depression. Anyway, let's talk about. I liked the bus idea. I think that putting your face on a bus that just passes by would be great.
Wait, what?
The bus idea? Someone had before.
Oh, getting an ad on the bus?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful idea. I love that idea.
Yeah, me too. Other than that, I don't know. Oh no. I was trying to bring some vim and vigor. I don't think that I feel that good.
Let's explore. So listen.
No, wait.
Are you about to hang up?
I can threaten people. And just spread the word. I mean, actually, you know what? Everybody else should do some shit because I brought in some friggin' people. It's their choice.
Well, listen, Jenny, I was gonna say I'm glad that you called in because what a perfect. This is you always have a lot of insight for us, but especially on something like this. Like this is a big one.
Sure.
You are the most effective sort of missionary that we have. You have brought more people in a more colorful way than anyone else in this program.
Look, I have.
You really have.
Oh my God! Do you remember the one guy too? His name was Bill, and he was so drunk or something. He was probably elated. Excuse me. And he was laying on the ground outside the hotel. That was a good one. I thought he was in for the long haul.
Yeah, you're good. So how about this? Because I think a lot of people, they want to be like you. They want to be more like you. They see the life, they see the vigor, they see the light, and they want to embody that too in their life. Talk to me. How do you approach telling people about the explorations of the program? Real quick, Camilo is from Pepperoncini. My idea for getting the program out to people, I'm going to hold a public building hostage and line them up, asking each one if they believe in God. Regardless of what I say, I will pull the trigger on my gun, and instead of bullets, a little flag with your face and a QR code to your Twitch page appears. We all have a good laugh and get in the right headspace for exploring. You're not going to find a better idea than that.
Personally, I dig that a lot.
Yeah, you're not going to find a better idea than that.
No, that's excellent.
Now, how can we be more like you, Jenny? How can we, have the excitement, the charm, the vigor the ability to just endear ourselves to total strangers who are just at absolute bottom pits, like hellholes of their life, in order to share the program.
It's easy. You just want to get out there. Crying is a good touch. You want to be crying at some point. And then you want to be very happy. You definitely want people that are definitely like headed to rehab, right? Headed to the hospital, something like that. Homeless is good. Oh, they'll listen to anything, and they'll preach about it then after when you leave them. They're probably the most powerful that I've met. You just want to do things like that. Think outside the box. Les?
I love that.
I'd be charming.
So listen, guys, hopefully you clip that, ship that, write that on your fucking forehead. Jenny is by far the most effective missionary here within the program, and we want to give you your credit and your due for that. So namaste to you. I appreciate that.
We've gotten real prizes, haven't we, Les?
We have.
It's very important to be out there. Just get out there, man.
Just get out there. If worst comes to worst, just get out there. Well, Jenny, listen, I know you're not feeling well tonight, and I've got quite a bit of diarrhea that I need to take care of on my end. So
absolutely,
let's call it a night. Thank you for closing us out tonight on Explorations.
I did it, Les. I'm the last caller. Namaste.
Namaste, hon.
All right, love you, bud. Talk to you later, dude.
Love you, Jenny. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. The Gelgoop guy with a communal vision. I learned how people slip porn into Google ads and funnel traffic to a website laced with spyware. It's like stealing from the king's table. So how about we do the same? Except the spyware is the program. Always on their computer, they'll never get rid of. I love that, brother. Let's connect. Let's connect on that. That's beautiful. Because I've seen a lot of porn in my YouTube ads lately. A lot of porn, a lot of big old dicks, and a lot of women sucking on them. I see multiple. One time I saw five independent breasts, 5 quick guided meditation. Oh my goodness! All right, we need to Nigel Pennyweather, Manifest Saturday. Thicken up on the. Oh shoot. Oh, it's all hitting. There's no rules for the boys on Saturday. You can break as many laws. Ladies, be one of the boys. Trade that pussy in for a penis for a day. Get a DUI. Get an assault and battery charge. Break into a vat and try to steal some pills. Sell it to some teenagers outside of a arcade at the mall. Absolutely beautiful moment you'll have. That I can guarantee. Are we still rating? Namaste. I can't. Oh, it is rating. I just can't. I love the layout. Is it still rating? Can somebody tell me? It's probably just gonna raid, right? Did it raid already? Did we raid already?
Project Stargate and CIA vampires. We're talking.
I did raid. We raided. This is over.
Percy.